Greetings everyone, this is the Pokemon Enigmatic Skyfire, bringing you a Pokemon 4th generation Wi-Fi battle video. I am playing Platinum in this one, and the battle is against Stephanie from the Pokemon Wi-Fi room on .com. Usually the Pokemon Wi-Fi room is the place where I did all my battles from. If you want to go there, you can look at the description, it'll give you the link to where to go. As far as the team, I was pretty much interested in this team. Look at this. I see 5 Eeveelutions. I've never seen a team like this before in any generation, but I had to give a good one to this one because I see all I'm seeing are the Eeveelutions in this one. Well, besides the Gyarados. But I was a little intrigued at how they were played, if you know what I mean. Just look at the start. You're going to bring in Strawberry, which is Flareon. I'm going to bring in Lilley, which is my Pachirisu. You would very be rare to see a female Eevee, if not a Flareon. But even funnier, this one uses Flamethrower instead of Fire Fang. What kind of a Flareon was this? Well, I don't know. I just decided, you know what? I want to stop this before something else goes wrong. So I go to for a Thunder Wave. And there goes another Flamethrower. How is this happening? So I guess the parahax isn't working as much as I wanted to. Wow, I look with 7 HP. So, okay. Something's like not right here. So I can't use Attract. And Charm isn't really doing as much, so I'm just gonna go for a Super Fang. Wow, it gets off all 3 Flamethrowers. But, you know, that's all I want to do at least. I know Lilley will be KO'd, and I'm gonna start off 1 behind, but at least the start is a little better than I expected. So, I'm gonna bring in Romeo Plank, which is my Witch Cast. It's gonna switch out, bring in Letters, which is a female Gyarados. 2 females? Well, I don't know. I guess I'm a guy who does all males, and I guess this person does all females. Maybe that might be it. Since I obviously knew the switch is gonna come, unless a Will-O-Wisp is gonna come from that Flareon, I'm just gonna go for Dragon Dance once the switch came. The second turn, I already expect the Dragon Dance to be done by Gyarados, so guess what? I'm gonna do a Dragon Dance to try and match that. So I am still going to be passive even after the second Dragon Dance. Now, since I already knew that the second Dragon Dance is going to come up for that Gyarados, I decided to go for Bounce. And I was expecting that Dragon Dance was going to make that Gyarados faster, but it did not. Because the Bounce actually hit before Gyarados got to do a move. Not to mention, not only did he get paralyzed, but the parahax went in immediately. So, also one note on that. So I go for Bounce yet again, and I am going to do a Bounce. So the Aqua Tail misses, the Bounce actually hits, and I was hoping for a second parahax, but that did not happen, unfortunately. So the Stab plus 2 Aqua Tail, even though I wish it was not very effective, is unfortunately going to be regular effective, which unfortunately is a 1-hit KO on Romeo Plank. It's kind of rare for Romeo Plank to get 1-hit KO by something, but when you got a plus 2 attack Gyarados, it's a whole different story. Merriman comes in, which is my Girafarig. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt. It carries a Walking Berry, but that's not going to be enough to keep it from being KO'd. So right now, Merriman is looking good, but here comes Clover, which is Jolteon. That's going to be where I make a big misplay. It's going to go for Thunderbolt. It's going first, and I kind of predicted that it wasn't going to be faster because, you know, I was expected to be slower. I made a major mishap by using Calm Mind because I thought it was going to be slower. Well, so much for that attempt. The Thunderbolt will KO Merriman, and I had to figure out I had to do something a little different. Hence why I brought in Eerie. Since I already know that Thunderbolt was going to come out, I used something that I have for Eerie of my own. I believe that would be a Focus Sash. And there's a reason why I wanted to get it down to the Focus Sash. The only thing that would hurt Eerie now is if it got parahax, which it did not. So the Dragon Dance will +1 speed and attack, which will make Eerie go first, do a waterfall. And this is another mess up that I did, was instead of putting the move that I wanted to do, I had to go for a waterfall because I wanted stabbed and to do a high enough attack to make sure that it was going to KO it. Which I believe Torrent isn't played now. That's probably the reason why I got a KO on that, because of Torrent and waterfall. So it stabbed with the Torrent and +1. So that was really, really good from there. Now, if Vaporeon's going to come out, I'm going to go for a Crunch. Knowing that it has ridiculous defenses and all the HP, I figured I was going to do enough, even though the Shadow Ball from it will KO. So with that, I am going to bring in Skycatcher, which is my Togekiss. The instant play that I wanted to do was to Air Slash and to cause a flinch. Well, that was until I realized it was a crit and a flinch. Huh, double funny on Skycatcher. So with that in mind, I was expecting a switch. So I just went for the Flamethrower. And even though it's not very effective, it is going to be a KO on the Vaporeon. Now, female Eevees are very, very rare. I've already seen 2 of them. But I did have to look at this Chives, which is Espeon, and now I know it's funny. Espeon is actually slower than Skycatcher. What kind of an Espeon is this? Espeon has like over 300 speed, I believe. And this one actually is slower? I guess. Anyways, Air Slash is going to KO the Espeon, and things are looking up and up from there, I think. So here comes Flareon yet again. It goes for Quick Attack. Oops, I forgot that thing here is Quick Attack. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Stabbed Air Slash, and that is not a KO yet. I say yet because he's going to try again for a quick attack. It's paralyzed, it can't move, so the Air Slash is now going to KO the Flareon. So, okay. So now his last Pokemon is Pepper, which is Umbreon. I am going to go for an Air Slash, and that is going to take it out through but unfortunately, there's no flinch. Payback's going to kick in, and that unfortunately is going to be a KO on the Skycatcher. Now, this is where the fun begins. We're down to our last Pokemon. He's got Umbreon left, but I have a very, very special weapon in mind. Let's bring in the Temperance, my Pinsir. I already know the defenses on this thing, so I am going to go for a Sword Stand to go to +2 while I try for payback again. And think of this Pinsir has some good defenses. Not to mention Umbreon is not big of an attack type, so 82 points of damage should be just enough. I could have did a second Sword Stance, but you know what? I've already got Stab +2 X-Scissor, which, if good enough, should be enough to KO that Umbreon. And that right there is a 1-0 good game to Stephanie. Whew, and yeah, that was close too. But again, nothing went ridiculous. It was just back and forth and back and forth. I did make a comeback with Skycatcher. I was surprised that Espeon was actually slower. I probably could have brought in Pinsir after, I believe, Romeo Plank, and maybe would have had a little bit of a better time, but then I would have had to deal with that that Vaporeon, and that would have probably messed up things. So I probably did good on bringing in Skycatcher, then Pinsir, or else if it would have been Pinsir and Skycatcher over here, that probably would have messed up everything. But in all case, a 1-1 win. It was so that was probably one of the coolest games I've played in 4th gen so far. So again, good game to Stephanie on that play. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, give it a like if you like it. This is Skyfire, the Pokemon Max, and have a nice day, and see you next time.